Support for the Red Dirt D&D podcast comes from Home Creations, Oklahoma City-based home builders with over 40 years of experience building new homes in the Oklahoma City metro. More, including financing options, virtual tours, and locations at homecreations.com.
Red Dirt RPG is proud to highlight the brand new T-Shirt of the Month Club from the Kobold Lounge.
Every month, artists from the lounge submit original designs. Their community votes, and the top 3 become limited edition shirts that are available only that month.
When you join the club, you choose your favorite shirt and have it delivered to your door, or pick it up at the lounge for a lower price. And one of the best parts? The local artists keep the rights to their work and earn royalties on every shirt sold.
Not into subscriptions? No problem. You can also buy a single shirt with no monthly commitment required. The newest lineup is open now and closes on the 1st of next month. Check out the current designs and order now at theoldkoboldpub.co.
So support indie artists, support your local gaming community, and roll a nat 20 on your t-shirt vibe every time. Join the Kobold Lounge's T-Shirt of the Month Club at theoldkoboldpub.co. That's theoldkoboldpub.co. Welcome to the roundtable for Red Dirt D&D Curse of the Clockwork City. We're going to try to talk about episodes 51 to 53. I am the herder of cats for this amazing group, Brooke Bullock, joined as always by...
Meowkle Christ. Instead of herding cats. Go for it. Try new and fun real quick.
I'm Johnny, and that was me purring with chirpy purs or
That
something.
purr is going to be on the internet
It'll
now.
never happen
Tribble
again.
purrs?
You could use it as a tribble, or you could use it as, I don't know, like there's got to be some type of in-world thing that trills as a sound effect. Now we just can't wait to see
There's
it again.
absolutely no world in which Brooke is the cat herder and Connor and I are not.
Yeah.
Connor is actually.
Thank you
This
for
isn't a
saying that,
podcast
Kiri,
about
because I
cats.
was
It's a
going to say
podcast about D&D. Kiri, introduce yourself. So we can
I'm
keep going.
Kiri Hester.
Connor Shenold.
It's less about the actual cat herding and more about Brooke trying to take credit for something he actively instigates.
What? No, you just gave the definition of a DM. Narrative grenade, poof, go, woo. Oh my goodness, all kinds of fantastic stuff. I want to say and start for just a quick moment, for those of us who are living in the future, as we recorded, it's way back, but happy birthday to our very own demigod of Foley, Michael Cross. Yay!
Yeah, you know, I was listening to our roundtable for episodes 43 through 46, something like that.
I think that's
And read how dated that was. We're talking about November, no snow and stuff. So this one's going to be dated too. Because, yes, not only is it my birthday today, when you guys listen to this, it won't be anywhere close to it.
That's right.
But this Sunday, I am surprised to find out there is an event coming up called the Superb Owl.
Wow.
It's indeed. Now,
Is that like the Westminster Dog Show, but it's for owls?
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking.
and
I
more
don't know.
importantly, will Sweet Pup be there at the Superb
Pup.
Owl?
Oh my God, I'm done.
Finally, Johnny is on our side, Kiri.
This side of the table.
We have something very important to talk about with that a little bit later, but yes.
That's so funny because I again went through an entire season of football and didn't watch like one thing. I think I watched an OU game at one point, but
They're
that
just
was
very
pretty-
not consistent with their plots, right?
I will say something that is consistent that I saw a YouTube conspiracy theory video on this week was that every time we get the last 3 popes, when a new pope has been elected, the Seattle Seahawks go to the Super Bowl.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
In high
look
school,
it up.
if the tennis team did well, the football team was going to be terrible.
Oh my goodness. Okay,
But
now
we
I've
don't
got
have
to.
American football in our city where we live, the Iron
We
Spire.
do need to come up with some kind of a sport. There would be some kind of sporting bread and circuses type of thing.
We should find just Google the weirdest sport and then import that.
Badminton.
Bocce ball.
I feel like
Curling,
It's always got to be curling.
which by the Winter Olympics just started yesterday as well. So that's,
there we go. Don't tell us who won. So
I'm rooting for the Jamaican bobsled team.
always.
that'd be fantastic.
I always really liked the game they had in Legend of Korra. I thought that was a really well thought out fantasy game. But it was about it's like a one of those games where you're trying to gain land, for lack of a better term. You're controlling part of the court and you advance or you fall back.
Yeah.
It's very good. My Legend of Korra fans know.
Very good, very good. So is it Risk LARPing kind of?
No, because it's set up more like foosball or soccer. It's an athletic game. They just use bending as well, and they are either trying to advance their team forward towards the end goal or fall back to defend. Pretty good stuff.
I like it.
But I don't think we need a sport.
There you go. I wonder if Iron Spire has an arena. I don't think
They do.
They would. That's what I'm thinking. They would have to.
Coliseum.
Well,
Some kind of
Auditorial battles.
They're like a peninsula, so where do you
Right.
fit that?
Yeah.
Way inland.
Yeah, it's got to be one of those things where it's
as the city has expanded south.
right,
onto
where
the
it's
mainland.
technically the Iron Spire Bowl, but it's 2 towns over.
That's right.
It's the.
They're currently building it. They got to do some deforestation.
It's the
first.
McFluffles General Store arena. You're gonna have big sponsorship.
Right.
You know, if we're gonna have sponsorship, it's got to be one place. Quarters and bits.
The Quarters and Bits arena,
Sponsored by.
sponsored by Quarters and Bits.
Well, and I'm
A
sure
little halfling on the jumbotron, anyway.
I'm sure there's all kinds of underground things. What's that knockoff version of the Siren song?
Oh my
was
gosh,
trying to
the
remember that
something
the other day.
mermaid. Is it the?
There's something mermaid.
It's not the musky mermaid,
No.
but it's
I was thinking it's the mixed mermaid, but I don't think that's
and it's not the
correct.
slutty mermaid.
because it's an MM. It's an illusion,
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
alliteration.
Yeah,
But anyway,
yeah.
maybe over there they're doing rat races.
Yes.
They've got a gambling
They
hall.
get them
and,
hopped up.
Right. They do cockatrice fighting.
Yep.
Very dangerous for the spectators. Very dangerous for the
Cockfighting.
spectators.
It's Cockatrice fight.
That's right. Which can be very dangerous.
Aren't those the ones that turn people to stone?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like Marcus
Randomly viewers just get turned to stone.
That's what you bet on. You bet on who's going to get turned into stone.
do they release them side by side, and the first one that looks at the other one loses because it turns to stone?
Yeah.
There you go. Does that mean that the part that the audience has the blinders on, not the
You
birds?
just have to take their take their word on who won.
Everybody stands with their back to the arena, and there's a series of mirrors.
Yeah, there's shadows everywhere.
They put mirrors on the ceiling, and everybody just looks up.
I think there's just bartenders running around with stone to flesh vials.
There you go. It's-
Hey,
That
I'll
would be-
sell you one, but it's 3 times what you'd bet.
You gotta bring a buddy with
see,
you.
this is
because
great,
if you
'cause
get
then,
turned
like,
to stone,
Someone's got to
then
carry you
someone's gotta-
home.
But then you get raided by DEA agents because everybody's stoned.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But think about this. Think about how you could cut out the middleman for mafia type things. You just take them there,
They
And
think,
then-
right.
right?
Sleeping with
Speaking
the
of
fishes.
mafia,
You don't
we
even
had
have to put them.
You don't have to worry about shoes.
Right. You don't have to worry about
Shoes.
making the concrete shoes. You just splash.
Despite
Speaking of-
things what may exist in the city, there are things that do exist in the city.
We need you guys out there to send some suggestions. What sport
We're not
is
creative
there
enough to
in
world
Iron
build.
Spire?
You do it for us.
You can tell at this point at the game.
Please do Brooke's job right now by sending us.
It's called audience engagement, Michael.
So,
Connor
there's
might have been
a-
about to say something
there's a
smart. I don't
cult.
know.
Take it away,
I was
Connor.
trying to segue us back into actually
Yes,
talking
he
about
was.
something important.
There's a cult. we're in this underground town that's not a town, but it's kind of not a town, but it's underground.
It's huge.
It is
It's
huge.
massive.
Huge underground cavern, right?
We picked up in the middle of that church right after somebody had killed somebody else.
That's right.
And somebody else had gone, I don't know, full Olympic diver off a balcony.
A temple carved into, one of the grottos kind of there at the far end of this cavern that we had. Very much in my mind's eye, and I should be able to pull this right off the top of my head, very much like Indiana Jones, Last Crusade, very much like the carvings on the outside, right? Only this one, of course, as you said, opens up and goes into a full-on temple inside. So.
And we get there, and there's a lot of moving parts that really make that combat, I can't think of the word, dynamic.
Yeah, I agree. I enjoyed the fact that we had to take care of our two guys up front, on top first, before we could go in, and then realizing that there's like this lightning thing and some kind of plane shifting that's going on. The automatons it seemed basically are being brought to life by and we're being ignored basically while we're trying to kill us because they're working on getting this ritual done.
Yes. Yeah. They were obviously a couple of the guards had very direct directives anyway. Orders, right? To get those automatons up and running, and you guys did a brilliant job of kind of divide and conquer, but with the best efforts. It was amazing in the way that you went after the control panel, went after one of the guards to free some folks, and then of course went after what appeared to be the big bad of the room as well. So.
I want to give real props to August for taking down like the vast majority of stuff.
Yes.
Y'all were doing the important stuff. I was just keeping them out of your way.
We're getting to that level where the fighters and the rogues they excel at doing their job. We get to first through fifth, just about anybody can do some fighting and stuff, But this is the part where the fighters and the rogues start really expanding, which means the bards and the clerics basically kind of have to sit back and go buff, heal,
I did some battlefield management
For sure.
and got because the thing is I was setting up August for like a Jackie Chan style fight where he only has to fight like one guy at a time. They are back to back to back to back, but they are all attacking him at once. So I will just keep these guys confused for a minute.
Yes.
And I was trying to take out. I wanted to stop the ritual, and obviously his wisdom was too high. But that was kind of what and then we were there to solve the puzzle, and they were there to make sure that we lived long enough to solve the puzzle.
Right. I mean, that's our job. Is that's why I say that you can really see the separation about in tier 2 in D&D. That's kind of the point. Is that there's that really point where we are controlling the battlefield, trying as best we can, and these guys are just going in guns blazing, and just that's their job. All we have to do is keep them alive and keep them, and make sure they don't have like 5 people surrounding them.
Yeah, 100%. And what at first, at third level, I think, or whenever August first got it, Graze, oh, that's cute, 2 extra points of damage. And now what is it, like 34 points of damage for grazing?
I don't think you're doing Graze correctly.
I think he's doing a great job, Michael. Unless you're going to tell him he gets to take more points.
No, because you're only supposed to take your modifier to that. So, and you, we can talk about this off.
Yeah.
So Graze,
criticize him in front of
the damage that Graze
children.
does is equal to the modifier to hit.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. Which.
And then I got the other one where I can swing it around and
the offhand.
That's just 1d4.
But that. Does that also not add your? That's right. That's the one.
That's just 1d4.
Okay. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
The thing is, I think we're doing wrong is I think I can't do both of them with the weapon I have. I can do one or the other.
Very
I thought
good.
Graze because it's
cleave.
any
thinking
pull
cleave. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Cleave, I'm doing them right.
Yeah, you're doing it right.
You're doing a great job, Johnny.
Thanks.
Well, the two of you, two of you, I'm doing this on audio. August and Sable are just amazing at your combat ability. You've really created these characters that are just able to go in and do so much great work. And I'm just trying to make sure that you guys stay alive.
Yeah. Which, again, was a factor. There was definitely a moment in which, if there wasn't a cleric or a way to heal, then that battle changes dynamically. And you kept people up.
There
which
was
super
concern at the
essential.
beginning of that. There was concern at the beginning of that battle.
Yeah.
We had, and this is slight spoilers for Outlaws episode way in the future. Who knows if it's
like
even
in
out
June.
by now? Yeah.
Like in June.
We'll forget it by then, so
yeah.
you're safe.
We had no clerics
Oh, no.
the entire time, so we finally hit a battle that was like way too much for us.
Yeah. And we were down a character
And-
because she just happened to be doing other things.
Yeah, and surprisingly we got out of that, but that was a hard challenge.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have any healers to be able to actually get any of us back up. We had to actually like waste time, waste resources on getting some of us back up. And
It's been a problem with the Red Dirt Outlaws constantly that we have never had an actual cleric or some kind of healing class. And it's so funny because I hear a lot of people on like YouTube and whatever say, you don't really need clerics and healing classes anymore because everybody can find a way to heal. Like, okay, that's true.
But it's going to eat up your action
But
economy.
Exactly.
a dedicated healer makes a difference. And this goes all the way back to the first edition. That cleric, thief, fighter, magic user. That's what you need to have. And I love the fact that the 2024 Player's Handbook did spell that out because the 2014 one didn't.
yeah.
And because it was like, oh, just have whatever character you want. Okay, your hippy dippy stuff, you know. You really need to have a healer, a magic user, a fighter, and a rogue.
Yeah. And I think most of our challenge from that Outlaws specifically is that we're running 2014 characters, but Aiden is running 2024 monsters.
Oh, that's killing us. That is what really is killing us. That Aiden goes, oh, but we're going to, which actually almost sort of balances it out, but it's really hard for a player.
Yeah, which can be that balance you were just talking about right there. Like that can be the tip in the party's favor if the DM just has, the big bad and a couple minions. Even if the bad guys don't have a cleric, right? If the bad guys don't have a way to heal, then that's often how that chipping away until victory happens for the party. Because they don't have that.
Everybody remembers fighting their first troll. And you don't, if the first time you fight them and you don't know that about them.
Yes.
And you're like, what is going on?
Right?
All of a sudden, he seems to heal himself. He did what?
That's not fair.
I mean,
It's not fair.
He's not allowed to do that.
I think my 11-year-old self can still see the imagination scene of like that wound just sealing back up as
As you tried to figure out what it was.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
And I think it was only the 5E zombies that got back up. They have that undead fortitude, where if you don't hit them hard enough, or if they succeed on that they can get back up.
They can
I
get
think the
back
first
up.
time that ever happened, I went, I'm sorry, they're doing what?
What?
But it's classic zombie. Like it's such a good
Yeah.
rule. It's such a good. Yeah. It's such a good thing. So.
And then they hit the orcs with that when that became like a class to play of having that
Ferocity,
ability to just
right? When that third edition, 3.5,
kind of like
orc ferocity.
barbarians. You're so angry that you're just gonna
Yeah.
power through it.
I'm not going to die.
You can't
I
kill me.
refuse, and I am appalled that you think I would do so. That's right.
Yeah.
That scene from the Lord of the Rings movie where he gets stabbed and he just pulls himself along the sword, and is about to take revenge, and then whoosh, so.
And that final battle that we had in campaign 1 with my barbarian.
100%.
I mean, how many times did he hit 0? Like 3 or 4 times, and had to keep rolling. It's like sometimes, like finally, it was like a DC 17.
Yeah.
Are you gonna be able to get back up?
Yeah.
And he's like 18 rolled. Like yes, don't do it again because like now DC
have
like
no more.
23.
Yeah.
But it was amazing the number of times that Gaz was successful doing that. And
you want that for your final battle.
Yeah, and here it felt that way. Like it felt like you guys were doing a great job, and then the dice start to turn, and a couple of those automatons start to come up, and the bad guy, which we find out is Edward Gut King,
King.
right? The priest is Edward. He calls in that other ethereal marauder thing, and I almost said Connor, Sable's in big trouble all of a sudden. And again, now we're back to the moment we were just talking about with that. But that, and you guys could feel the tension in the room. I think maybe Michael even said, well, this is about to get out of hand.
Yeah.
Like we're on the verge of like, if if they start popping up like daisies, we're in big trouble.
Yeah, I think it did help that the dwarves with the Shiver people they had a job to
Yes.
do. If they had stopped doing what they were doing and turned on us, then we would have a problem. But also, if we hadn't stopped them and four more, so you're coming and going and doing that stuff, I hadn't even thought about it. That
Battlefield
changed
control.
everything.
It did.
Oh, my hypnotic.
Yeah.
My Saturday Night Fever.
No, going in and destroying the control panel so we could stop making more of these automatons.
But both of those things are true. The first thing that she did, where she stopped that first dwarf that was right there at the entryway into the cathedral itself, or to the sanctuary, right? If that. If
I
he
held
had
on
been
to that spell for a while too.
Yeah. If he had been able to turn and immediately grab Connor as strike Connor as Connor went by, then that's hit points that Connor doesn't have, and the spell would and the healing would have happened to happen earlier, and it was battlefield control was an amazing moment.
That's what I always love about spellcasters is the battlefield control aspect, and especially being able to potentially hit multiple targets that way.
I don't have very many AoEs, but the one I have.
The Extra Life, where I played that Bard. What was the subclass? So Extra Life, I played in a game with you in the competitive. And
I can't even remember.
But it was. I was like, I'm going to play my Bard that like no one ever plays. God, I wish I could remember what it was. The point is, I could. One of my abilities was I could rearrange the battlefield.
Yes.
And so everyone could move up to their speed without. It's like everything froze except for us, so we could all reposition ourselves.
Awesome.
And then,
I can do that.
And there's a high level like
Bard,
magic.
I can have one person.
A magic user character where you all of a sudden you can just teleport everybody. I can't remember what class it is or subclass that. But it's like high level, like 13, 14 level, where you just all of a sudden, boom, everybody teleports. You get choose where you want to be.
Subclass for jeez, my brain today. The wizard that can make things. Artificer, has that. It's a UA right now, I think. But the cartographer.
I mean,
class.
anytime
There's
you
one
can
where it's like
do
if
that,
I make a map and give it to you, and you're holding it.
Yeah.
And the combat starts, and you somehow like have it wrapped around your handle or something. I can make you move around the battlefield. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And it's nice to be able to go when you're starting and you've got the map out. You can go, oh well, I want my fighter here. I want my magic user back here. My cleric needs to be over by this person to make sure that they are healed. And I mean, it's just or we're in a spot where maybe they can cast bless on a certain number of people. It's a nice way to start out a combat.
But a little bit back to Outlaws, but not too much. It's because I'm playing an Astral Elf, and they get the Starlight Stab, and it's
nice.
like at 18th level, it's a crazy amount.
What
think
is
it's like
Starlight
9.
Stab?
You get to teleport, kind of like a Misty Step, but it's actually a trait of the character instead of actual magic. And so you're
It's a
able
bonus
to,
action, isn't it?
Yeah. And so
You can
you're able
Misty
to
Step and take an action. You can Starlight Stab.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And just move away.
But you
and
can Starlight
especially
Step
so
and
good
cast
for,
a spell, which you can't do if you Misty Step. You have to do a
Can you
cantrip.
Starlight Step and then Misty Step?
Yeah.
No, you couldn't do that because Starlight Step's a bonus action and Misty Step's a bonus. But you could Starlight Step and Dimension Door.
Yeah. But like
Crazy.
characters like that, and Eladrin's get it, is like the ability to teleport. And that's such a handy thing to where it's not a spell that could possibly potentially get counterspelled or anything like that.
Or
But
if
you're
you're
able to constantly be moving around the arena.
Yeah.
Or if you're an anti-magic, you could still use the Starlight Step.
Yeah.
And so, in what resource did that come out in, or what do you recall?
That was a Spelljammer for the Astral
Astral
Elves.
Yeah, that's
They're fun.
fantastic.
But yeah, I'm here to solve the puzzle, and the puzzle
one quick-
said we don't need these machines to exist.
That's right.
They're just gonna continue doing this. So let's Hulk smash them.
Yeah.
So August, start to smash them.
Yeah. And you mentioned earlier how like you were kind of lining them up, and that's so true. Like once they realized what Moxie was doing, they started moving toward that control panel to stop you, which again, how amazing has it been that August chose a reach weapon?
Yes.
Because now they step inside that 10 feet range and it's just like, here we go, boys. And then if they try to step out of it.
They step inside that 10-foot range and they attack me. And now
he can attack on reaction.
Yeah.
And also when he hits because of the Sentinel, where when you hit them, their speed is now 0. So they can't keep advancing. Which is also nice.
And is it your armor that you have the gears on your armor that allow you to protect someone you care about?
Yeah, he doesn't know that yet. He just always like clutches his chest and gasps, and something happens.
My friend!
Clutch your pearls.
Clutches your pearls, I know. That's what I was thinking.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
But
August
this
E.
is
Graymore,
to
Pearl
Betsy.
Clutcher.
And it
This-
feels the power. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I never. Bless his heart.
I will say, as much as I do love spellcasters, I also love August and Sable having no clue about magic whatsoever. It's so fun. And then I love that Brooke let me get away with quote unquote casting a spell without casting a spell. He's being real
casting
nice to me.
a spell
and,
by giving us all a mini lesson about stealth.
okay, everybody. It's technically an at-will spell.
Listen
so
up.
I
Yep.
just don't know I'm casting it.
Yeah. Which I think that's fascinating for the character. Like, we're not bending the rules. I didn't change anything about it. It's in there for you.
Yeah.
Right.
But it seems so much more like sorcerer coded versus wizard coded, right?
Right.
He doesn't realize that he's doing it, but he's listening to us clunk around behind him. He's like, gods, I wish they were quieter. And then all of a sudden, no, what do you know?
Yeah.
Right.
We did that. We did it with Kimberly. Kimberly doesn't like playing spellcasters because it's just, But we got her to play a ranger because we could explain just about every ranger spell ability can be explained in a mundane way.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
So you
awesome.
have the ability to do this and like pass without trace and hunter's mark.
Right.
You're just better. I mean, you get extra damage because you're
better.
You're a hunter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You've chosen
we
your
found a
target.
way, and there's almost no, and even cure wounds. You have the sap that you
Right.
found, and so there's some way that you can explain just about every spell. Not wizards and sorcerers, that
No.
gets a little bit more, but for some of your even paladins, I think you could do.
Well, I mean, I do that with some of my
Yeah.
stuff,
Well,
right?
the belly
talk
dancing.
we talk about my Saturday Night Fever dancing is my hypnotic.
Hypnotic pattern. I love that idea.
My fire breathing for Ember Belly.
Yeah.
And Firebolt. Those are really my bread and butter. I used blind, I guess, on that dwarf truck. Or darkness. I used darkness,
yeah.
that's what it was. The black like my soul. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like finding those kind of I like the classes
Yes.
that give us a narrative reason for us to know how to do a spell rather than I learned it in a book. Those are
Yeah.
more fun for me personally. And so
Yeah.
that was what kind of led to I think all of us did that a little bit in our backstory in how did we end up in this class, and part of that was, I don't want to say forced, but encouraged is a better word, encouraged by Brooke making us start at level 1.
Which it is like, everyone wants to jump to the good stuff, and that's totally valid to do that and
Sometimes
play
you
that.
do that, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where every game is different.
Yeah.
But
New world, new creation. Felt like level 1 was important for us. Who knows if we ever move on with other things? Maybe we'll jump in the middle of something, at a higher tier or
I
third
think
level or whatever.
It depends on what you wanted, because one of the problems with starting at first level is that if you're going to pick a subclass that fits for what you want to do, you've kind of got to already start thinking in that direction. Because
and that's where we ended up with Moxie being this Tom Cruise style bartender to get
Because
us
we
to
knew.
the College of Dance.
Yeah.
yeah.
That makes great sense. One thought that was in and out of my brain, we were talking about spells and crafting them and things like that, and I think of all of the puns that are in the first edition spell components, right? Like detect thoughts, you need like a copper piece.
Yes.
Penny for your thoughts, right?
yes.
Or you get like fireball is bat guano and sulfur. That's how you make gunpowder, right?
Yeah.
You know,
and
so
sending is like a copper wire.
sending is a copper wire, right?
And yeah, the bat guano, which is basically you're just letting things on fire. It's
yeah, and sea invisibility is, I think, silver dust or powder or something like that, right?
I think so.
Fairy fire's
Yeah.
the same way. It's got like a bunch of powder.
Yeah.
Fairy fire is my arch nemesis of a spell.
And light is like a phosphorescence.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Obviously, your
First
light
edition wizards weren't magic users; they were just all hacks.
Yes.
They were just like
They were street
stage
magicians.
magicians.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And you can have that in your game if you want to. But hey, I don't know if we're ready or not. But
Probably not,
speaking of levels. Right?
Oh yeah, we could talk about level 7.
With level 7, what are some things we did as we look into the future of where you went from first
Speaking
level
of which.
until now?
I got the only thing you magic users get at 7th level, and that's
Yeah, we got
fourth level spells.
There you go.
Woo! I got banishment.
Oh, very nice. Oh, that's a
nice.
fantastic.
This was the exact moment I realized that I don't think I picked my spells because I usually make Connor pick them
Yeah,
for
I'll
me.
help you.
Yeah,
every time.
That's what I'm here for.
Every time.
I am the spells guy.
don't pick banishment because I already got it. Or actually, you might pick that because actually I have, of course, you get as a life cleric, you get spells that you're always prepared, and that's Aura of Life, which is pretty amazing.
Oh, and what does that do for those?
Aura of Life, within 30 feet of me, allies have resistance to necrotic damage. Hit point maximum can't be reduced. Really good if you're facing wraiths or ghouls and stuff like that. And if an ally with 0 hit points starts its turn in the aura, that ally regains 1 hit point. And here's the thing, I'm gonna have to look this up. Is that at all times?
It's an aura, so as long as it's up, I think.
That's what and it is a concentration for 10 minutes.
It would be a way to stabilize someone without having to spend an action
they get
for
one
it.
hit
No, they
point,
get one
so
hit point, they're
once
back up.
stabilized, they're back up.
Well, right, exactly. Yeah.
So it's so much more, and that's what I'm about to look up because that seems a little bit OP.
It could also be
it's just
dangerous,
that's it. If an
too.
ally hits 0 hit points, so basically I could just run to. If you just went down, I'm running to you. I've got this aura, and making sure that you get back up.
Yeah.
That would have been helpful in our fight.
Right, yeah.
Righto.
Because we were constantly going down and worried about, does anybody have any kind of? We had tons of healing potions, obviously, because we don't have any clerics.
Right.
But that's really good. Anyway, so I got that one. That's automatic. Then I got banishment that I picked, and Death Ward.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, the first time a target would drop to 0 hit points before the spell ends, instead it drops to 1 hit point and the spell ends.
Awesome.
So.
And do you have to cast that on a particular individual?
Yes.
It's just a one-person
Yeah.
thing.
And if a spell in effect when a target subjected to effect, killing it instantly without dealing damage, effect is negated against the target and the spell ends. Which means, had we had that, when a certain paladin got hit with power word kill, he would not have had that. But it's also one of those spells that's like, you gotta kind of know.
Yeah.
Whereas what I like about Aura of Life is basically I could, even the first person drops, I can cast it, and then for 10 minutes just run around the battlefield making sure that.
Yeah. Is it concentration?
It is.
Yeah, there we go.
Death Ward and both, no Death Ward, but Aura of Life is a concentration spell.
Is one of your feats a Warcaster?
No.
Okay.
No. I thought about getting Warcaster, but I was thinking about possibly, because 8th level's coming up.
Yeah.
I was possibly doing that for 8th level. Because in
that's-
2024, you get a increase in your, used to be Warcaster, just you got, but now you get an increase in a ASI.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Because that's that's always a good one to have Warcaster because advantage on concentration.
It's huge. Advantage on
Saves.
concentration and being able to hold a weapon and also cast spells that are somnatic.
Yeah.
Okay, that's me for me. I got
Fantastic. Connor, how about you?
I got what
Sable?
every rogue gets at level 7, which is evasion.
Yay!
And
You
that's
can
it.
dodge fireballs.
There you go. So
If
now
I have
0
to-
damage on a successful.
If I have to make a deck save and I save, I take no damage.
Sable is going to live forever. Yeah. He's, just
Which is also the point of the rogue.
Yeah.
They disappear.
Rogues aren't supposed to die. If your rogue dies.
Which, by the way,
Yeah.
I know.
But you were like half rogues.
That's true. I'm not that kind of rogue.
So
Yeah.
maybe you're only half dead.
That's right. I dipped into magic user for some stupid reason. So I can do more damage.
Dipped into magic user, but not a healer.
But then I'm also a frontline fighter.
Yeah.
I
In
mean,
Outlaws.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in Outlaws.
Yeah.
We'll stop talking about Outlaws.
No, it's perfectly okay. So very, very cool, very cool.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Johnny, I know you're juggling plates over there. Anything about August at level 7?
No,
I got nothing.
not a thing. But what I did do was because I leveled up last session, I went back to reference, I don't think I got anything. Let me double check. And I found something that I've missed.
Oh.
That I just haven't been using. I think I may have used it once. I'm a human.
Yeah.
I'm a savage. So I can roll damage twice and pick which one I want to give it once per turn.
Nice.
Oh,
I have not been doing
Yeah, that would be huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Make that 1d10 even bigger than
Yeah.
still be 1d10. but
Yeah. 1d10, but you get to roll your damage with advantage. That's amazing.
Basically, yeah.
The 7th level, you had to have gotten something.
No,
Yes, you did.
no.
Yeah, you're gonna make me
We
look it
talked
up.
about this
aren't
last
you?
time.
Not every character gets something at 7.
Yeah. That's
no,
why I'm saying everyone's
usually-
like, I got this. I'm like,
Almost
I got nothing.
Everyone gets something. Now, the magic users don't because they get a new level
We get
of
a spell
spells.
slot.
Right.
I did
But
not get-
every you should have.
I don't think in the new system.
Yeah.
While he's looking at
Anyway,
it
we'll
up.
figure that out.
Yeah.
Carrie, we also have
So-
to fix your spells.
Anything on your short list for
Well,
Moxie?
so I actually did get a thing, but I also, similarly, I was looking to remember, I was like, I got a thing, but I need to remember what it is. And then I also have other things that I have forgotten about. So I have a few things. So inspiring movement, I got a while back, and I didn't actually read the language on it and think about it with my brain. When an enemy you can see ends its turn within 5 feet of you, you can take a reaction and use a bardic inspiration die to move half your movement away.
Nice.
And an ally can move 30 feet at the same time.
What?
Neither of those things provoke an opportunity attack,
Nice.
That's awesome.
Wow.
which is really cool.
Yeah. Anytime you can avoid an opportunity,
Which I
it's
could
always
totally
okay.
see. It might be August, it might be Sable, it could be Dr. Stone, but I could totally see Moxie being like, hey, get your butt over here. And like, shagoom. Right? Have inspire movement. That's
so there's
amazing.
that.
That would have been good because, like, a lot of the times, I know August has done it a few times as well, but Sable is usually the one that will always go and protect Moxie.
Yeah.
Yep.
August has also had his My Hero moments.
Yeah.
And then I also have, I did remember this one, but I haven't used it yet. When you roll when you roll initiative and don't have the incapacitated condition, you can expend 1 bardic and add that bardic to my initiative. And every ally can do that. I think we've done that once.
Yeah.
I did that once. But the new thing I got for level 7 is Counter Charm. Which
nice.
is going to
Yeah.
be nice
Ooh.
if we talk to Zaylen Pierce later.
Nice.
Go ahead,
You know?
what's counter charm?
So if you or a creature within 30 feet fails a saving throw against an effect that applies the Charmed or Frightened condition, you can take a reaction to cause the save to be re-rolled with advantage. So they would
Awesome.
re-roll both dice.
Oh, nice.
So that sounds like. And then I did get a level 4 spell, which Connor's going to help me pick out later. I have, generally this is how it works. I pick like 3 that I think sound cool, and then Connor's like, tactically, this one's going to be a better choice.
That's phenomenal.
So you got a subclass feature. You got your fighting style. Then you already picked that fighting style.
See, this is where I'm looking. Yeah, I've already picked it.
Yeah, which is defense.
There's a weird thing over here that says, I'm Googling stuff. It
Girl, me
says,
too.
remarkable athlete, half your proficiency for the subclass.
Yeah, at 7th level you get because you're a champion, you get an additional fighting style.
The additional fighting style defense.
And you picked
I
defense.
swear I got that. I got that at 6.
We shouldn't have.
It says right here.
You got level 7
It literally says on my
early.
character sheet.
He's an advanced
At
student.
level 4, I
Yeah.
got weapon mastery
That's our fighter.
and ASI, extra attack, tactical shift, and then at 6, I got ASI
Yeah, you get a sentinel.
and additional fighting style.
And then you should have gotten that at 7th.
Well, he got it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's because it says 6 and then that.
Yeah.
But you got it at 7th level.
Okay.
Because I'm just looking at the player's handbook, and at level 7 you get your additional fighting style. At level
I don't remember picking it or anything. I remember just, when I hit level 7. Did we heal up all the way? I guess we leveled, right?
Well, not yet. But no, because we haven't actually rested yet. We are still.
Yeah, he's out of
like
spell
a video
slots. I'm
game.
low on spell slots.
right.
Let's just hope
I
nothing
do
bad
actually
happens.
have a spell slot because we got a level 4 spell slot when we leveled up.
Yeah.
So
Technically, you're not supposed to level up till you've had a long rest. Though.
There you go.
back in the first edition rules, you had to actually go back to town and train.
Oh my goodness, and have weeks of training,
Yeah,
right?
what's so. The
It's-
first time I did play 5e and I leveled up and they said, "Oh, you just do it." I'm like, "What? I don't have to go
I
train."
don't have to have a montage.
And then part of me was like, yes,
Montage.
exactly. Part of me was like, that's not very realistic. I complain about in my fantasy game.
I know.
I want grim, dark, gritty realism in my D&D.
I want to worry about how much my gear weighs.
And my rations.
How many gold pieces am I carrying?
I feel like they're
Apparently.
making fun of me, but it just makes my heart happy, actually.
No,
so.
I hate the crunch. I'm not here to play crunch. I don't like video games that have too much crunch. I'm like, you do the crunch for me. You're a computer. Let me just run around with my little dinky spells and like turn people into cats.
The only crunch that Kiri likes, though, is a good shopping episode. When you get new stuff for your character.
Not even. I just want the stuff. I don't want to worry about how much money I have. We've talked about this. This is why Poppy had an accountant. This is why Billy gave all of his money, I think, to Blackjack, which seemed like a bad idea.
100%.
Billy never accepted money. And so that's why I have, like, theoretically, Moxie has business sense, and Kiri doesn't care about that part.
But now,
That's true.
speaking of money, we did actually get
You did.
quite
We did get
the
quite a
hoard.
bit of money.
Yeah.
Which should. I mean, by this level, this is where you should be getting a lot of money because you got. I've had to buy scrolls and healing potions and things to keep everybody alive outside of my spell slots.
That's right.
So
See, I just want to pay like a doctor subscription fee. Like I'll give Dr. Stone
do that. I will
X
take
amount
that.
of money a month. Like you can take 20% of my cut, and then you just keep me alive.
We can do that.
Do whatever I
Let's-
might need, right? You
Let's
know.
come up with a deal.
All right, so with defense, my armor class is 17 now.
Yay!
As always, I never care about getting hurt. It's all about killing.
It's all about killing. So Sable has evasion and the armor class of like 24,
18.
18. There we go.
72.
So no, I think it's
No, it's my armor class that is now above everybody else, which again, clerics should
Yes.
have
You're
a
the
higher.
one clanking around in
Yeah.
armor.
So well, I'm.
you have
I-
faith
I've got this new split the
out of my
bandit
brain.
armor, which we decided is
Not
basically
disadvantage.
a plus breastplate because they don't actually have it in 5e.
Right.
Plus 2.
Yeah.
So I have an AC of 20.
Yeah, which you took from Edra, right?
Yeah.
So the only downside to that is that now you get to wear the creepy spider armor, right? With the red emeralds and the
Yeah, we're
parts
gonna
that kind of
have
look
to
like
get-
We're painting over
fangs.
that.
Yeah, we gotta go
Just
over
pry
to
those
a,
gems off. We can sell them.
to a smith. We gotta
Maybe you
get
could
this
wear
rebranded.
maybe you could get a hat from a particular someone, and then
We'll
your
get you-
armor.
we'll just
could-
Moxie has it right now.
Yeah,
She's
we'll
the
get
last one
you-
that used it.
We'll get you. Actually, Kobe was the last one that used it.
No, you were the last one that used it because we went down
Oh
here
yeah,
disguised
it's in my bag.
as
I've got the
Greeley.
bag.
That's right.
But we'll just get you a tabard. We'll just cover it up.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. Of course you
We'll
will.
get you a tabard with your
my
with
holy
your-
symbol on it. Yes, you
Oh,
get.
I was thinking about the logo for your clinic, and we could do some advertising.
a walking
Love
advertisement
that
for
Bridgetown Medical.
And then on the back, I sneak in, sponsored by the Siren Song. Ladies' Night on Tuesdays.
www.bridgetown.co. On the back, sponsored. I love this idea. This needs to be made. Ben,
Unfortunately, I don't think you can do font in.
We'll ask
You're
we'll
okay.
ask the kobolds if they can work something up for a T-shirt design 5 years from now.
Yeah.
They're booked out really far, but maybe.
Oh my goodness, that is amazing. Is there any last items that you have on your wish list that you think you're probably going to pick up or purchase or buy? I know that Dr. Stone
Yes.
would love to create some stuff, but we'll have to find out if he's got
There
it.
is a magic item in this brand new thing that was created. It was in the pugilist class.
Oh, very
and
nice.
There is a magic item. It's basically an empty vial that has a blank label on it. Thank you. A blank label on it. You pour anything in it. The label tells you what it is.
It's a mass spectrometer.
It's a flask of identify.
Doctor
So you
Stone.
don't need a wizard now? You just have a flask of
Dr.
identify.
Stone
As long as
needs
it's a
this.
liquid.
I mean, imagine this would be just, wouldn't this normally for a doctor?
Oh, it would be
to normally,
that
how do I
far.
identify that? Okay, that's what that is.
That's pretty cool.
So
That is amazing.
look that up. This is what Dr. Stone needs: is a vial.
Amazing.
I don't even know what the name of it
Yeah,
is.
we'll look it up.
I think it's probably will be valid. You can grab it and go for that. So one of the other things that really applies to like a past character, but there were some callers that were in that list of that just got released as well. So you're gonna get Doctor Who, like maybe a little spiked collar.
That would look so
Cute.
stupid.
Cute.
The spiked color. I do think that if
First off,
Fire.
Wildfire, it's in his name. He's wild. He's not going to wear a collar. He barely put up with being saddled. That's because he liked me. Number 2. His job is to stay out of combat, not go into it.
So there's two. There's one with spikes, and then there's ones with like studs or whatever, right?
Something like that,
yeah. So
His number 1 job, accountant.
so you need the monocle of accounting for
I-
Wildfire.
Well, as the joke was that he had one of those little green
That's right.
visors.
Yeah.
That's right. I do remember that. That's hilarious.
It's called the bottle of brew tasting. But the magic item is in a glass bottle with a blank label on its front. When a potion or other liquid is poured
Would
in the
it-
bottle, the contents and effects of the liquid,
Okay.
the effects
The
of the
effects.
liquid.
Because that was going to be
will
my
appear.
follow-up question: is could you like put a little bit of your drink in there and it would say poisoned Dirty Shirley, and you would know.
Yeah, but I just think, I mean, especially for if you've got, and it really what I think would be great for DMs who have a potion that maybe not be common, that, you're like, well, what does that do?
Yeah.
Especially with, going back to Red Dirt Outlaws, there's this place where we go, and it's got all these drinks and the drinks names, but it works as a potion of heroism.
Sure,
for example.
sure.
You can pour it in there and go, this is a Shirley Temple, but it actually
heroism,
works,
yeah.
yes.
Instead of us just taste testing as we go
Yeah.
and hoping it's not
And how great
a bad effect.
And how great it is too that it appears that it takes the dice rolling out of the equation, right?
Yeah.
So if you, I don't know, let's roll to see if you can figure out what it is, and if the dice aren't.
But it also
serving you
definitely
well.
seems like one of those things that seems innocuous but could be game breaking in a sip, like if you find yourself in a very specific situation, you know what I mean? Like the water of decanter. That was given to Poppy as a way for us to get at the people that were going to get in our comments and say, they're in the desert. How are they carrying water? They always have water. Poppy has this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? But
then someone-
it came into play in combat multiple times.
did.
Like it was like her
Yeah.
second most used item.
Oh, yeah.
Which is just good gameplay, right?
And so, but it definitely, similarly, I feel like that vial is one of those things that could be like benign enough where you could convince your DM to let you have it. Like, look at this. It doesn't really, it just identifies stuff. And then somehow you break the game with it.
Yeah, I think it would, because again, it's only for potions though. It's not like you can put a magic item
Okay,
in
so
it.
that's
It's
what I was going
only
to ask.
potions.
Was like, could you put
So-
blood in
No,
and it would say
no.
like orc?
No.
So it doesn't work on all liquids,
It said
just
liquids,
potions.
didn't it?
Well, all liquids, you could, yes, if you went to something, I think if you came across some fountain, I think you could pour the liquid of the fountain in there and figure out what it is.
Yeah.
Or if you could figure out if some liquid is poisoned.
Right,
certainly-
right.
But again, you can't tell what a weapon is or armor.
Well, yeah.
There's other things I'm still going to keep identifying.
But
if I have
I still think that there are
100%.
circumstances wherein, especially if you're trying to do like a political intrigue, if poisoning is happening a lot, that could be a game breaker.
But
depending on what game you're playing,
Yeah,
for sure.
But I think for
For this one, it definitely doesn't feel like it could. I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah, we haven't gotten
Yeah.
there yet.
Sounds great.
So we're coming to the end here, and we've got so we're going to go interview Edver.
Yes.
Interview is a
nicer
Generous
term
term.
than that.
fist.
Oh,
How do you
man.
see yourself in 5 years?
Now I just had terrible. I just had like terrible good cop, bad cop of you casting Aura of Life, and then you just punching the heck out of
my
him.
gosh.
You know.
Oh
and
my God, that's some Sable level stuff, but I'm in.
he has
Friends,
to be.
that's called torture. We're supposed to be the good guys.
Are we though? Are we?
Not you.
Oh my
You're
goodness.
morally gray at best.
I'm just happy that I'm finally starting to rub off on you guys.
It was supposed to happen the other way. I'm just saying, in the arc of things, man. I don't know.
I think that
They were supposed to interrogate us? Is that
no,
what-
Moxie's friendship does rub off on Sable. Sable
is
should
true.
not save Moxie's butt as much as he does.
That could be true. Kind of has a soft spot. Maybe there's a little bit of rebellion too, because you
You can't tell me what to do. I'm going to save my friend.
that Moxie girl, right?
You don't know me. You can't pinpoint what the next thing I'm going to do is.
And that's true right now. The DM does not know the next thing they're going to do. So many options as you guys get back to Dr. Stone's place. And the only way we're going to find out is if you listen to the next episode. So we'll see you next time. For Red Dirt D&D Curse of the Clockwork City, I'm Brooke Bullock.
I'm Michael Cross.
Johnny Payne.
Kiri Esther.
Connor Shenold.
Bye-bye. Yay.
Keep up to date with the coolest geek shenanigans in Oklahoma when you listen to the Okie Geek podcast. Stay in the know about upcoming conventions, comic books, and the nerdiest happenings in the Panhandle State. That way you don't miss out on things like live Mario Kart, Wizard comics, or board game conventions. Search for Okie Geek on the NPR app or wherever you get podcasts.